Well, good afternoon, good evening throughout the United States, Canada, and Europe. I want to wish you a very happy New Year's 2014. And my name is Scott Nelson here in beautiful Spokane, Washington. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas and a very happy New Year's. It's hard to believe that we're in the new year now. And I tell you, I am excited to be here kicking off the very beginning of 2014. And what I'm going to share with you today, I promise if you follow the simple steps, take precautions to protect your family, you are going to be in a very good position in 2014, 2015, 2016 using a 4-year-old company headquartered out in Stuttgart, Germany called Karatbars International. You're going to see your life be changed. There's a lot of things that are going on in the world right now. And of course, I have a passion, as you know, to share a lot about things that are happening around the world. Our dollar here in the U.S. and up in Canada is crumbling at a rapid rate. Most of the financial experts now are predicting that we will see the introduction of the new world currency replacing the dollar as we know it here in the next 12 to 24 months, if not sooner. We also know that we are rapidly approaching a what we would call a revaluation of the currencies of the world. There will be a global currency reset here probably in the first quarter of 2014, and that all spells very, very bad news for the U.S. dollar. Economists like Robert Kiyosaki, Donald Trump, Warren Buffett, Jim Sinclair, Mike Maloney, Gerald Celente, and hundreds of others are all screaming the same message and the same warning that I bring to you today here from Spokane, which is start getting yourself completely out of the U.S. dollar. Get yourself out of all paper investments, things like 401ks and annuities, retirement programs. Pensions are going to be seized by the U.S. government and other world governments. At least 50% of the pension funds, private, public, and state pension funds, they say now, will start to be confiscated by our government to, as they will put it, to help offset the 17 trillion, which is really more like $25 trillion in debt. And of course, then this will all be followed by the devaluation of our world currency here in the United States, probably by 40 to 60%. That will happen sometime, most likely in 2014 or 2015. So what's the purpose of warning you and our friends and family that we should all be aware of this? It's called a global financial crisis, and everybody worldwide is now recommending that we protect ourselves. And so it's no longer good enough to have a pension plan. Unfortunately, the pension plans, all the private and the state and the federal pension plans will be raided very shortly. And of course, if you're waiting for your retirement or your Social Security, I would recommend that you start looking elsewhere. So we have to get out and we have to share a solution. It's a solution that's recommended by financial experts. It's a solution that's simple to do, and we should all be doing it each and every day. And that is simply exchanging our failing, falling, depreciating currency, the US dollar, the Canadian dollar, the euro, and other currencies of the world. Replace that simply by exchanging those failing currencies for something of intrinsic value, which would be called 24 karat pure gold currency. And you definitely do not want to be in any coins, gold or silver coins, or anything minted by any of the governments of the world, because all you have to do is go back to 1931 when having and possessing any minted coins or bars of silver and gold, anything minted by the government was confiscated, And if you didn't want to turn it in voluntarily, if you were caught with any of it, it was punishable back in 1931 with a $10,000 fine and 10 years in prison. So people ask me today, Scott, how could that happen today? Well, simply that if you currently have gold and silver coins, whether they be Silver Eagles or gold American Eagles, Krugerrands, Philharmonics, Maple Leafs, anything that has been minted by the Canadian government, the United States government, or the European or South African governments, they will be confiscated. And if you didn't decide to turn those coins in and you went down to your local bank or your gold and silver shop and tried to cash those in, they would confiscate those when you tried to do that. So you're best getting out of silver and gold coins at this point in time and getting into pure gold bullion, 24 karat. We use the London Bullion Market Association gold with carat bars. It's available in 1 gram, 2.5 gram, and 5 gram bars. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But you definitely want to get rid of all of your silver and gold coins. About the only coin they say that might be safe, that might be, and you don't want to buy them anyways because of such a massive premium, is your numismatic, your collectible coins. In the past, those are the only coins that have not been confiscatable. Unfortunately, if you were to go out and buy let's say a Silver Eagle in a MS 79 or MS 80, a numismatic perfect coin, you'd be paying about $60 to $70. And if you were buying just a regular minted gold or Silver Eagle, you could buy one right now for about $21 or $22. So you don't want to pay more than you have to when you buy numismatic unless you're collecting, and I don't think that that's a very good idea at this point in time. It's amazing when we started to share this information several years ago about what was coming with the global financial crisis and the meltdown that's going on right now. If you look out there, you'll see that our healthcare system here in the U.S., for instance, they found out now that if you are a man between 25 and 70 years old, under the new Affordable Care Act here in the United States, your premium from what you currently have been paying for your health insurance will go up 99%. If you're a woman, your average premium will jump by 62%. We're starting to see the interest rates rise because the T-note, the 10-year Treasury note rate, the interest paid on that just rose to 3%, and that has triggered a massive jump in our interest rate. Just in the last 12 months, our interest rates have jumped between 1 and 2%, and they're expected to reach 8% between 2014 and 2016. It's now affecting our home sales. In the last 4 years, September was the largest drop ever in the last 4 years in home sales. 13-year low right now in new home applications. That's a 66% drop in applications for new home loans. There are now 5 million unemployed that will lose their benefits by the end of this year, 2014, and 47 million Americans on food stamps will see their benefits greatly reduced in 2014. So what's that going to mean? It's going to mean that there's going to be chaos. Some people believe there'll be civil uprising and violence because when you take entitlements away from people, of course, when they can't feed their families, crime will go up and massive chaos will ensue. And of course, that could very likely introduce a civil war here in the United States. Highly likely that we'll see martial law with government control in a lot of major cities. And so, I'm not saying these things to scare you. I'm saying these things to just remind you the world that we live in. It's unfortunate that I see a lot of people, especially people that are working from home like we have for the last 40 years, full-time, the last 20 years. And, we'd like to be able to think that things were going to continue to be normal. They were going to go on for normal. and we think that this is going to pass, but I can tell you that you can see that we're living in a different world now, and we have to take steps to prepare. And the best way to prepare, of course, is to get out of something that is depreciating, the U.S. dollar. Being I live in the United States, I speak most clearly to the U.S. dollar. We know over the last 100 years, the U.S. dollar has lost 98% of its value, and all of the experts are, I'm not talking about just Mike Maloney and Robert Kiyosaki, I'm talking about Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, Donald Trump, politicians, people in the know are all recommending us to exchange our dying U.S. dollars for a superior currency, which is 24 karat pure gold currency, also known as bullion. And the key to this is exchanging these dollars for small bars of gold. Unfortunately, most people that I've talked to have bought silver and gold coins, which of course we talked about a moment ago, and they will be confiscated, so you need to get out of them. The problem, even if they didn't confiscate them, is what are you going to do with a 1 ounce gold coin? Let's say that gold next year is $2,500 to $3,000 an ounce, and you want to go down to the grocery store and buy 2 weeks worth of groceries for, say, $200 or $300, and you give them a gold American Eagle that's worth $2,000 or $3,000. What sort of way do you think they're going to give you back your change? Most likely there won't be any U.S. dollars, and if there were, you'd be looking at something that's depreciating at 1% to 2% every month. So that certainly would not be a good idea. So definitely being able to get your gold, pure gold, LBMA gold, certified assayed gold in 1 gram bars, 2.5 gram bars, and 5 gram bars make good sense. Because even if gold was 2,000 or 2,500 an ounce next year, your grams, your 1 gram bars would still only be worth about $100, and it would be much easier to be able to trade or barter with those types of small bars. So you can actually now purchase and exchange your U.S. dollars very reasonably. Everybody should start a gold savings account with Karatbars International because it just makes sense to be able to prepare for the worst and pray and hope for the best as we move forward. Karatbars International, really solid company, started back in actually 2007. It was then called KB Gold. It changed in 2011. They changed the name to Karatbars International. They're an offshore company located in Stuttgart, Germany. They're doing business now in over 110 countries of the world, simply helping people to exchange out of their cash into real 24 karat gold bullion, gold currency. And of course, Karatbars is continuing to expand worldwide. When they started, they only had what they call the 1 gram standard size bar of 999.9 24 karat pure gold. It's a LBMA gold. We have our own refinery called Degussa, and each of the gold bars, when it's sent to you, is in a plastic card, and it's sealed in that card, so it's very easy to move around. It's also assayed and verified, stamped, and of course, holograms are added as extra security for our product. We have monthly plans or one-time purchase plans. It just depends on what you would like. And people always ask, why gold? Well, why not? I mean, look at the history of gold. Over the last 100 years, gold has gone up over 3,000%. In fact, from 1970 to 1990, that's 20 years, it went up 10 times. And then from 1900, if you look all the way up to 2011, it went up 100 times. And already you can see just in that 10-year period from 2001 to 2011, it went up 5 times. And don't worry about the price right now. We've seen gold up to about $2,000 not too long ago, and it's currently around $1,200. But keep in mind that everything right now is manipulated by paper trading, and as gold becomes less and less available, they say by 2017, all of the available entrenched gold in the world is going to have been mined. And when that happens, we will go into what we would call emancipated gold. And experts are saying when gold is emancipated, which means the only trading of any gold will be actually in physical gold. There will no longer be paper contracts or ETFs or 401ks that are based on probabilities of being able to acquire gold. That's what drives down the price of gold. Most experts are predicting that by 2015, 2016, we'll see gold somewhere between $3,000 and $4,000 per ounce. And then, of course, when it's emancipated, when all of the gold in the known world is mined and refined, we will reach a stage of emancipated gold. And if you read the articles written by probably the foremost expert of gold, his name is Jim Sinclair, you're going to find that he's predicting that when gold becomes emancipated, we could see gold reach $50,000 per troy ounce. And so even though I don't buy gold for an investment, I don't recommend it. I think you're going to see ups and downs in gold over time. But you don't have to worry about it, because when the dollars are gone, when the new world currency rolls out, it is going to be gold backed. And of course, it was gold backed up into 1971. And the result of lifting us off of the gold standard by our President Richard Nixon in 1971 really destroyed our economy. We're now over $56 trillion in unpaid debt here in the United States. That includes the government and the world, or the United States, I should say. There's no way that we could ever get out of debt. And if we hadn't printed money recklessly and created what we now call fiat currency, we would not be in the mess that we're at. But you can look here at this graph. I think it's really quite interesting. If you were to have taken your cash, remember growing up, my father used to say, Scott, you take 10 or 20% of every dollar you make and stick it in the bank. And that's, of course, when the banks with the savings accounts and checking accounts, when they were paying about 3% interest every year, it might have been an okay idea. But look at what would have happened with inflation if you would have started back 20 years ago saving $300 per month. Granted, that $300 per month over 20 years would grow to $72,000. But when you figure the rate of inflation, that is the devaluation of the U.S. dollar, that $72,000 would now only have the purchasing power of $56,000. Not a very good return on your money to lose $16,000 just from the inflation that we see happening here in the United States. But look at the gold story. If you were to have taken $300, that very same $300, and started to turn that into gold back in the same 20 years, it would have grown to $230,000. And because gold does not depreciate, it is not adversely affected. It's always positively affected by inflation. That gold would now be worth $230,000, and you would not have lost anything. And of course, with the prices that are predicted, that $230,000 could easily become $500,000 or more over the next 12 to 24 months. So certainly gold is the very, very best hedge against the dying dollar. Remember, I talked about the coming, and most experts are saying in the first quarter of 2014 that we're going to see, very first thing that's going to happen is there will be a basket full of currencies, world currencies, probably around 200 or more. And these currencies are going to be part of what we call the global currency reset. It's estimated that the U.S. dollar, because we have no tangible assets left because of our debt, that the U.S. dollar will immediately lose about 30% of its value. What will happen is the banks in the world will close suddenly, simultaneously. It could be for a couple of days, could be for a couple of weeks, nobody knows. Make sure you have a little bit of cash at least, even though it is fairly worthless. Make sure you have at least 1 month worth of cash at your house, because you will still need to be able to access the grocery stores and the gasoline and the things that we need to live on. And because when the banks close, it will also shut down all of the ATM machines when they do this global currency reset. You want to make sure that you have something to hold you over, because, you know, if you look at Cyprus and you look at recently Poland and Argentina, their banks were closed for up to 2 weeks. There was no access to any money during that 2-week period. So that's a long time to go without having any money to do any transactions. Of course, the nice thing about having gold bullion is you can easily trade the gold bullion with people, vendors and stores and gas stations. In fact, the 24 karat gold bullion that we have with Karatbars International is now being taken and accepted as currency in, I believe, 12 of the states of the Union and over 20 countries in the world. And soon, very soon, it will be accepted in every country of the nation, along with every state here in the U.S. and every province up in Canada. But the global currency reset is going to dramatically affect the world currencies, and they'll be brought together, they say, within 5% in value of one another. So depending on the assets, you could see countries maybe over in the Middle East see their currencies go up quite a bit because they sit on those natural reserves of unrefined pure oil, which is black gold, of course. And countries like Iran and Iraq and Saudi Arabia and those areas over there could be affected the opposite as countries with huge amounts of debt like the U.S. and Canada. So anyways, exciting times ahead. Now it's time to prepare, and we need to remember to do that. So we have thousands of customers with Karatbars. It's a proven concept. The company's highly respected, strictly regulated by German law. Of course, you can see our unique product in 1 gram bar. Since this slideshow was done, we now have 3 sizes available, and who knows what else we might have in the coming months, because our CEO and founder is very, very sharp, and he is also making some incredible additions to our product line. So we recommend that you register. You can register for free. There's no cost to be a Karatbars member. You simply register with the person that is providing this presentation to you. You can either register as a free customer. That means that you just want to start saving in gold, and you can purchase your gold directly from your very own website. There's no cost for that. To have your own website, you can just log in whenever you want, and you can purchase whatever amount of gold you want. You will need to fill out some papers just to verify your identity. These are called KYC documents. Very easy to do. You can exchange 500 euro, up to 500 euro on your first purchase, and then you can purchase more after you have provided those documents. And if you ever buy your gold, if you ever exchange and you want to exchange back into cash, you can do so right through your website with Karatbars, or you can take it to a local gold and silver shop in your area. I always recommend you want to check and get the best exchange. If you do need to get back into some cash, you probably won't, because as you start to see the potential, you can also, I should mention, register as a free affiliate. That way, if you refer your loved ones and your friends and they start buying gold, you can actually earn a little commission on the purchases of people that you refer as a free affiliate. And I'm going to also take a minute here, a few minutes when we finish this part of the presentation, and I'm going to show you a supercharged high level of energy way that you can actually generate substantial income and perpetual free gold with Karatbars. And you can start to do that in as little as 4 to 6 weeks, you can be earning free gold, and monetarily, you can be earning anywhere between $4,500 and up to $100,000 or more per week in just 12 weeks if you are highly motivated and highly focused and you want to do this as a work from home business opportunity. Really exciting. There's so much more. We want you to recommend this to your friends and families because we want to make sure that every single person that we love and care about knows about what is about to happen worldwide, and it's coming very, very soon. And even if we looked at it on the opposite way and we said, well, what if nothing ever happens? What if the US dollar just continues to move forward and we go on with life as normal like all of the people that are unprepared are thinking? Well, that's okay too, because all you're doing is taking something that we can track back for 100 years and see that it has lost 98% of its value, which is the US dollar, and we can take that same 100 years and look at what gold has done, and you'll see that you can't deny that gold is the very best superior currency to anything available on Earth. And of course, the business part of Karatbars is completely free. There's no monthly fees. Really, you just basically earn gold and earn a lot of cash with Karatbars. You can see that Karatbars is expanding now. This slide is a little bit outdated. We're now up to, I think, 110 countries of the world. So you can not just help your friends and loved ones here in the U.S., but you can also help people all over the world. It's a simple 3-step system. You just simply register for your free Karatbars account, upload your KYC documentation, okay, purchase your gold weekly, purchase a business builder package. This is if you're looking to participate in what I'm going to show you next, which is our 12-week to $4,500 per week. And then you can work with your senior partner and they will show you how in 4 to 6 weeks you can be earning your gold for free. You can literally build a team, a large group of customers, and they will help us. The company will support us, and the training and the daily presentations. There are a couple of presentations a day. It's absolutely amazing. I want you to really remember the numbers that we have shared in this very short presentation. Just remember that same $300 in that 20-year history. If you want to keep your money in the bank, you want to keep it in your 401k, you want to keep it under your mattress, that $300 over the last 20 years would now be worth $56,000. If you had taken that very same $300, not reaching into your pocket for any more, just simply taking that same $300 over that very same 20 years, that same in gold would now be worth $230,000. Sleep on that one tonight. Now let's take a look at a little bit more of an intense way. If you are a person that is watching this presentation on Facebook or LinkedIn, and you say, you know what, Scott, I love the idea, and I've been buying gold, but I would really like to supercharge this. I'm a business entrepreneur working from home. I want to show you a 12-week plan to complete financial freedom that will yield you a $4,500 per week minimum income. Now remember, these projections and these actions, they just used mathematical examples. These examples are real. Mathematical examples are never inaccurate, but you need to understand that the results that you achieve will be based entirely on two things: on your own effort and activity and the activity of your team. We're going to show you how to create a business model that is going to promote, encourage, and actually reward you for savings. We talked a little bit about Karatbars. There's the founder, Harold Seitz. company Karatbars International, that name became official back 3.5 years, almost 4 years ago. And the dream of Harold was to simply make gold affordable for everybody. It's not affordable when you have to go out and buy it in 1 ounce or 5-pound bars. Not a lot of people have thousands and thousands of dollars to invest in the gold. So what we're going to do is show you a way that everybody can afford to start to simply exchange their worthless currency in the country that you live in for real intrinsic value 24 karat 999.9 gold currency. Now we're going to talk a lot about the movement of money. Every time people get paid or spend money, the money moves. Every time you go to the cash machine or so forth, money moves. And of course, you're going to have to decide which way you want to create movement of your money. You can sit there and let it sit in the bank or under the mattress and it will look like that dead stream over there on the left, or you can be simply getting paid. Every time you get paid, swap some of those depreciating dollars and get that water moving so it looks like that white rushing river over there on the right. It's interesting that 95% of the entire world only control 5% of the entire wealth of the world, but the smart, the secrets of the wealthy, the people that know these secrets, that 5% control 95% of the wealth because they have a system to capture a piece every time money moves. And they also know how to pay themselves correctly each and every time money comes in. Would you be willing to learn these 4 money secret principles and 3 simple skills? Now remember, if you are in as little as 12 weeks using this mathematical average, you can be developing quickly in 90 days time a minimum income of $15,000 per month up to a income monthly of $136,000. You are going to learn to control your earning power immediately when you start, and the package, the business starter kit that you choose, whether it's the bronze, silver, gold, or VIP, will determine your earning power. And you don't have to worry about the price of gold. It doesn't matter whether gold is $20 a gram or $200 per gram. Your income will not be affected. This program will require a focused 3-month burst of energy and effort that can change your life. And remember, if you don't follow the steps in the exact time frame, it's not going to affect you. It will just affect the amount of time it will take you to reach your weekly or monthly income goals with Karatbars. But if you get in here and you want to just focus on the 3 steps that you're going to learn here over the next few minutes, you can definitely create that 12-week minimum income of $4,500 a week. And it's really just 3 new financial skill sets, and it requires an action plan. The first thing you'll want to do is acquire a business marketing package, either the bronze package, which is $135. It's a one-time fee. If you want to earn more money, you can choose to go for our silver package, which is $350 one time. You can start like I did with the gold at $800, and you can maximize, as you'll see, the best way to go, if you can afford to, is our $2,000 VIP package. So you're going to start by acquiring one of those packages one time, and then you're going to start to move 1 gram of gold minimum into your savings account. And the nice thing about it, you'll only have to pay and move that money for 12 weeks, because if you're following the 12-week plan to the T, obviously, you're going to find that your gold will become free at week number 12. You'll never pay for it again, and you'll start acquiring many, many ounces of gold every year for free, and that's absolutely amazing. Last month, in my first month, Stephanie and I acquired almost 2 ounces of gold for free. It's been absolutely amazing. Okay, and then of course the final step will be to find 2 others who will do exactly the same. And the result, if And that's why that asterisk, it's if everybody does the same thing. So this action plan requires each of us to work with the 2 people that we bring in to teach them to do exactly the same thing. And if they do that for 12 continuous weeks, everybody doing the same thing, look at the compensation range that you and your team control. Okay, simply follow this plan. Enroll and create a free Karatbars account. That's the first step. Submit your KYC documents and immediately acquire one of our starter packages, either the bronze, silver, gold, VIP, for those high rollers that really want to maximize out the compensation plan and provide themselves a 6% discount on all of their gold purchases. Then you can choose to join as an exclusive VIP. Don't worry if you started a bronze or silver or gold and you want to upgrade to the VIP or the exclusive VIP package, you can do so at any time. Okay, we're going to let compounding and leverage work for us because we're going to be paying ourselves a minimum of 1 gram of gold a week. Most of our team now is buying between 2 and 5 grams per week because they realize that time is short. And then, of course, in week number 1, in your first week, if you want to do this in 12 weeks, you'll want to find 2 serious people that will do exactly the same thing. And if they do that, you can look at these 12-week numbers. Here's a starter, what we call our digital bronze package. If you start at the 135, look at it, week number 6, you're earning $65 a week. So your gold is actually costing you $0 in just 6 weeks. But look at week number 12, $4,485 per week. That's per week in income. Silver, it gets even better. Your perpetual gold is no longer taking you 6 weeks to get it for free. Now you've moved that up to just 4 weeks. And look at the difference between the $44.85 as a bronze member. As a silver package at the 350 entry level, it jumps all the way up to $17,250 per week. Gold package all the way up to $25,000, and there's your VIP, which is by far the best way to go. It's going to max out the dual compensation plan with Karatbars. You'll also be given a €100 coupon, which will give you about $140 discount on your VIP package. And of course, look at your your weekly income at week 12 when you buy the VIP package at $34,500 a week. Remember, all the accounts are free. We simply take our paper money, which is worthless. It's called fiat. It's not worth, there's nothing backing it. It's not even worth the paper that it's written on. And we get out of that, we change it into gold money. And that's where you really experience the aha moment. Because the truth of the facts and the matter is nobody is really actually spending money. We are simply exchanging paper currency for real gold money. So what do you need to do right now? Very simply, whoever gave you this presentation this morning or this afternoon or this evening, whenever you're watching this recorded version, what you want to do is get to their website, just give them a call. If they haven't given you their website, or email them, have them get in touch with you and get you enrolled. Once you're enrolled as a free affiliate or a free customer, then of course you would select the package that you want. That will open up the keys to the vault, of course. And we have a dual compensation program that pays 7 different ways. You know, I was talking about $150,000 a month. That doesn't even cover some of the extra ways. We actually get paid 7 different ways with Karatbars International. And then remember, every single week, make sure you move a minimum of 1 gram. We get paid every week. Today happens to be Friday here in Spokane. And every Friday morning, we get paid our commissions from our dual compensation plan every week. And our unilevel compensation pays us once a month. All of our commissions are loaded right on to our Karatbars Gold Money Card, our MasterCard. It's an incredible card. I just got back from a week in Christmas time back visiting my sister. Stephanie and I got back home. got my gold, beautiful gold MasterCard in the mail. I went ahead and activated it and found out that I had about $3,500 in commission, and I took about $2,000 of that money and I immediately paid myself in gold. So it's an amazing card. Just use it to move your money. You can also use it at ATMs or any place that MasterCard is accepted. So remember, the first money movement is choosing a package, bronze, silver, gold, or VIP. And then your second activity is to start paying yourself correctly through this Karatbars International system, and then find two others that do what you do. And of course, it's really simple, because if you just simply ask people, hey, are you familiar with what's going on with the economy? Of course, 99% of the people, unless they've had their head buried in the sand, will say, oh yeah, absolutely. What have you been doing to protect yourself from it and the collapse of the US dollar? Most people, if they're honest, are going to tell you they've done absolutely nothing. They're asleep at the wheel, and you know what? We call ourselves watchmen on the wall, like we talk about, or the Bible talks about in the book of Ezekiel. I believe it's book 33 and 32 maybe, talks about the watchman on the wall. Stephanie and I feel that we're put here now in this season to go to people like yourselves, you that are watching this presentation, and warning you so that the blood of your family is not on our hands. Because when the economy collapses, both here in the U.S. and around the world, there are going to be hundreds of millions of people that are going to lose absolutely everything. And if you don't take steps to prepare, if you were warned, then that will have to be on your own head and not on ours. And that's the passion of the people that are doing Karatbars and using this incredible gold savings plan to prepare for the future. Like I said, we prepare for the absolute worst, but we pray and hope that it will not be nearly as bad as most of the expert economists and prophets are foretelling of what's coming here to the United States, Canada, and other countries of the world. The plan works perfectly with Karatbars if you simply team up with two others. Once you find those two that will do exactly what you will do, everybody will do the same thing and move money into savings. If you'd like to go at the bottom there, you'll see karatbarstv.com. That's karatbarstv.com. That's an information page. We do 2 live webinars every day, 7 days a week. We do one at 12 noon and one at 9 p.m. That's Eastern time. If you're on the West Coast like we are, that would be 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. daily, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Also at karatbarstv.com, there are recorded webinars, and we also offer daily, Monday through Friday, sales training. So people that are working the plan, it's been amazing. Stephanie and I have seen incredible success with Karatbars in our first few weeks. We just focus on the 12-week burst. We're working with people that are doing the same. We're experiencing record-breaking growth in our first month. I think we had 200 members join us. We see record-breaking sales, and now we're starting to see record-breaking incomes. And if you get in and get started and get committed for just 90 days with that focus, in 12 weeks, you're going to be financially free forever. You're going to be not holding on to worthless dollars and euros and Canadian dollars. You're going to actually be holding on to incredible, intrinsic valued 24 karat pure gold bullion currency. And you'll not just be 12 weeks older when you do that. So take the time, get back with the person that took the time and the love and the care and the concern for you to actually introduce you to Karatbars International. And remember, if you don't need to make any money or income, or you don't even really have to worry about getting your gold for free. I had a guy that called me yesterday that's buying $20,000 worth of Karatbars gold. That's the only thing that's important. Some people don't need a business. Some people don't want a business from home. So just go ahead and get enrolled. If you think you're going to ever tell any of your loved ones, friends, family, or relatives, then make sure you sign up as a free affiliate. If you know that you'll never do anything other than purchase gold each and every month or each and every week, even each and every day, then if you don't want to be an affiliate, just sign up for a free customer account with Karatbars. I'm thrilled that you took time to be here today. And if you have any questions, like I said, just get back to the person that invited you here. So we'll see you at the top. Let's prepare. 2014 is going to be a year of massive transition. Unfortunately, I believe it's the time of judgment on our nation and on the world for the way that we've handled our lives. And I think that it's going to be a long period of judgment. And I think it's very, very wise if we prepare for what's coming ahead. God bless you. Have a wonderful New Year's 2014.